Hi, my name is Gail Lauer. I started my passion for art creating with my fourth grade teacher who got me to do the bulletin boards every month and to decorate the bulletin boards. And then I went on to graduate with art honors from high school, and I got a job, my first job with Samuel Kirk & Sons as a silver engraver. And after a year, I moved into the art department and worked on their small animal, silver animal series, and that was a lot of fun, going down to the foundry where they actually melted the silver animals and bringing them up to completion. And after I got married, I started with my husband a furniture restoration business, Lauer Furniture Restoration, which we still do. And my job was office manager, doing the touch-up, finishing work, which was kind of like painting, which I liked, and chair caning, which is weaving the chairs. All the while our daughter, who was growing up with us, learned a lot of skills from her mom and dad. And during all of this time, I was a server or a prep cook at some restaurant for 25 years, which afforded me the ability to continue my art studies. And I was taking classes here and there, and because I always have this passion for creating, and I took a class of pottery, throwing on the wheel at Towson State University, and I ended up teaching throwing on the wheel and pottery for the Baltimore City Bureau of Recreation, and that was a lot of fun. And I not only throw clay today, but I also sculpt with it. But taking workshops here and there was great, and but I finally was accepted and was able to afford the Schuler School of Fine Arts in Baltimore, which is a serious atelier teaching classical realism. And so anyway, I had some great teachers there studying under Ann Dita Schuler, Fritz Briggs, Tilden Street, John Patella, Carol Thompson, and my dear friend and teacher, Francesca Gurin. I did 3.5 years, but it's a 4-year course, but I had to leave because I had to take care of my mother. And almost 20 years later, I went to my friend Francesca and said, "What do I have to do to graduate?" She said, "You have to do another year." So I did, which was the best thing I did. And at the age of 70, I finally graduated from the Schuler School of Fine Arts, officially. And it was one of the happiest days of my life. I continue pursuing my art, trying to get better and better, especially with anatomy, and as drawing the figure is kind of the pinnacle. And I love to teach, and I always had some great support, always had wonderful support from my family, and my daughter, my husband, son-in-law, and of course my wonderful, brilliant, sweet grandson. When I teach classical drawing, I like to show the fundamentals of creating form with values, seeing the edges, the shapes within the shapes, the relationships between shapes, how big is that shape to that shape, the positive and negative shapes. Positive would be this, negative would be this, and simplifying and massing in. The hardest thing, I think, sometimes is to start out very softly, very lightly, and to simplify. Our brain wants to take so much information and put down all the little details. So it's hard for us to get away from all the details and mass in a big shape. But I'm starting to teach here. I give handouts, step-by-step handouts that really help you. You can take these home with you, and it helps me because I'm a slow learner. But look, I graduated at 70. So it helps me to look at the handouts again, so I can go back and do it again and again and again and learn that way. And I will bring everything you need for this class, of the charcoal drawing class, because there's no sense in you going out and spending a lot of money on what you need when I have the simple things you need to do to take the class. And all I ask you to do bring is maybe something, a pencil or something to write with, and a book or papers or a sketchbook if you have it, so that you can take notes as you go along. And I will give you my phone number. You can text me any pictures, any questions you have, because this course is only one day, but I'll help you along the way. And it's so exciting. It's just going to just give you a whole new view, a whole new sight on and putting down and actually drawing what you want to get down there. That's the hardest thing. You have a concept and you want to get it down on paper. And it's going to start very slowly, one little step at a time, but you'll get there, and I'm sure you'll do some beautiful work. Thanks for listening, and see you soon.